from 13 stars. Here we are for pre-last discussion of the Undrowned. Are you with me? Chapters 43, 44, and 45. Wow! Samantha is in her room and the nightstand talks to her. Help! Help! Remember this? Yes. Do you know what Samantha does? She tries to speak with the voices and she says, how can I save you? Obviously, the nightstand doesn't answer, okay? Obviously, there is nobody exactly inside the nightstand. But you remember that whoop, the sketchbook plops out of the drawer? Yes, and do you remember what was written? Make it right before it's too late. So Samantha gets the sketchbook and thinks, I have to think, they have to answer me. How can I help them? And she thinks about writing in the sketchbook. What can I do to make it right? And she feels ridiculous, okay? Waiting for a response. But there was a response. Under images, she sees the response, and the response hurt her because it led her to a moment in the past that I'm gonna call the origin of everything. Because you remember that before the gray happening, Samantha was a good girl. Remember when she befriended Rachel? They were close friends. She was okay, but something happened back then and she was not okay anymore. And the sketchbook showed her what happened. And she revived all those things. And it comes like this, page 200. Go with me. Just to explain, they were at school, okay? Rachel was handing the sketchbook, and Christina stole the sketchbook and started reading aloud. Okay. And bad things about Samantha were read, such as I feel bad for Samantha. Her parents are going to get divorced soon, and I think her dad is going to lose his job. She doesn't have any friends because she's so scared of being hurt. Even her little sister doesn't like her. I'm her only friend. Rachel continues. And sometimes I wonder if I'm just her friend because I feel bad for her, because I know everyone feels bad for her. She's just so sad. Whoa, what a punch on her face. And everybody from the school was listening to Christina's words that came from Rachel's sketchbook. Samantha felt awful. She couldn't believe her best friend had written that about her. And Christina wraps up the situation saying, even your friend thinks you're pathetic. That was the moment when everything changed. That was the moment when Samantha and Rachel broke up. That was the moment when Samantha decided that she wouldn't be sad or sad or weak anymore, and she started being the one who everybody would fear. Okay, and she started bullying everybody that came towards her path. Okay, well. The sketchbook showed her this into images, and she knew now what was the or she knew because she knows, okay, what was the origin of everything. In this moment, she listens to the landline rings. Tring, tring, and she's so angry because she recollected all those happenings, and she yells, Jessica, Jessica, answers the phone. However, there is no response, okay? She drags the sketchbook inside the drawer again and goes downstairs and answers the phone. What? Who's there? Rachel. And Rachel threatens her, saying, why so angry? Calm down, Samantha. In this moment, Samantha listens to a phone vibrating, and it's coming from the living room. And she thinks, uh oh, I have a problem. Because Jessica never leaves home, leaving her telephone behind. Okay, in this moment, Rachel had already hung the call on Samantha's face. Okay, and she goes to the living room to check it out if it is indeed Jessica's telephone. And yes, it was Jessica's telephone. Samantha had creeps because, as I said, she never leave home without her telephone. As soon as Samantha gets the telephone, she sees an image coming from the screen. It's Jessica in the woods with Rachel in the background. Uh-oh. In that moment, Samantha realized that Jessica was taken from home, and she's the only one that can stop Rachel or whoever Rachel had become, because she was the one who created this monster. And there we go to the final discussion of the book that will take place next week. Hope to see you here.